Come February 2023, the giant of Africa, Nigeria, will elect another president. While many have faulted the internal democracy of the main political parties and how it hinders credible candidates from emerging, a good number of Nigerians are hopeful that the 2023 general elections will birth a shift in Nigeria's political landscape. Indeed, 2023 provides an opportunity for Nigeria to set the pace for the continent by electing competent leaders. For once, the belief is that Nigerians can unite against the common enemy of recycled bad leadership, nepotism, and tribalism and embrace GNC and competency over regional sentiment. On this episode of Beyond Banter, we'll bring back Anne, Adesua, and Pamela as we immerse ourselves in the battle for the votes. Who will be Nigeria's next president? Well, you can drop your predictions in the comments section.
Right now, Nigeria decides 2023. There's a whole lot of noise right now. A lot of banter on social media, on Twitter every day. You will see articulate, you will see obidati, you will see bats. Which one do you belong to? So in the studio today I have my sisters and we'll be talking about their own predictions of what's going to happen or the outcomes of the 2023 general elections in Nigeria. So I'll start with Anne.
She seems to have all the predictions.
I
was hoping you come from there.
Anne, are you bats? Are you obedient? Or are you articulate?
Okay, so I'll just say this. Nigeria has a way of just throwing a clog in whatever wheel you think you have spun that makes sense. Like, if I could take us back to, was it 2014, 2015? When it was between Jonathan and Buhari for the first time. And Nigerians had reached a place where they were just done with all the impunity and corruption and whatever the system was offering at that time. So much so that they just wanted a breath of fresh air. And anything, apart from what they had been served for the past couple of years would have been fine. And we were presented with the current government. And then everybody was like, no, we have to do this, and this option is going to work, or even if it doesn't work, let's just move where we're coming from. And we're here today, once again. And Nigerians, I think they're even worse off than that time in terms of how desperate, the polity is, in terms of, we have been taking for a ride for so long, we really need to do something. I don't have any predictions because this is one time that has had me stumped, to be very honest with you, because there are three options. And I feel like the fact that you hear a lot of people, being obedient on social media does not necessarily tell you that that's what's going on in the grassroots. Because we always get thrown in for a loop with what's happening on social media because that is our own reality. That's the space where we exist. But there's so many people not in that space and they have their own opinions. So this is, yes, and they have their PVC. Half of the social media typewriters, keyboard warriors, they don't have PVC. Or they have PVC, but they will not get out of their houses on that Saturday because they don't want any drama. It's easier to just be safe. So this is one time I cannot predict. I can't tell you for a fact this is where I think it's going to tend towards. But if you'd ask me what I feel, the vibes I'm getting from the polity, I feel like it's seeming like a battle between the obedience and the bats. But that's why I said seem. Because the fact that the other Atiku people are silent or not so visible does not mean they're not doing their work in the background. So I'm stumped. I really don't have any predictions for this one.
Alright, Adesua.
Honestly, I don't know who's going to win. And like she said, I think, and for the first time, I'm not ashamed to say I don't know. So before I used to have an opinion on who this is going to be or not. But I've come to realize that you don't even need an election to get it right. And you don't even need to stand, you don't need an election to get it right, you don't even need You don't need to know who's going to win for everything to be good. So
But I like that. You don't need an election to get it right. If we could all just
Yeah.
sit up in ourselves,
yeah, because
if
if
we are the change we want to see.
because if everybody is all hoping on an election and then the election happens, what's going to happen to the person that comes in when things don't start going the way they're supposed to go? Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is what it is because all of us have done something
Yes.
and are still doing something.
Yep.
You know. So as much as we are saying we want this person as president, are we asking ourselves what we are going to do to support that person in that role? Because it's not your president that increases food prices every day.
Yeah.
It's not your president that some food stations are selling 180, some 185, some 175. Who is fixing it? It's people in their houses that are making these decisions. It's not the president. So at the end of the day, I think it just calls for reflection.
Yeah.
Do we really want a good Nigeria, and what are we willing to sacrifice
As
to see,
individuals.
yes, to see that happen? Because trust me, election is not going to solve your problems. I'm not saying don't vote. I don't know if you guys are getting me. Like I
There has
said,
to be some inner accountability from all of us.
from all of us,
That's
because
it.
it's our country. I know people are leaving the country and all of that. Good luck to them, and good luck to people that will still join. But my main, but what I keep saying is the country is still going to remain.
Yeah.
Your passport is not going to change. When you're telling your history, you were born in Nigeria. You're Nigerian. So I think we should just decide how we want things to go, and that's how things will go.
For me as well, for once, I cannot say how this Nigeria will shock you, good or bad. So I can't say who is going to win, but I like what you said. Let's be the change that we want to see. Honestly, in our different corners, in our different spheres of life. Yes, because you're talking about and cursing the president, but in your own corner, you're being shady and doing all sorts of things. So how does that make you any better?
If we're talking about the battles or the voters, we're talking about articulate versus obedience versus bats. And the ladies in the studios are pretty much saying that they can't really predict where the pendulum will swing because a lot of things decide Nigeria's elections and who wins. But ultimately, Nigeria's growth, Nigeria's development depends on the citizens, not necessarily the president that comes into power. In terms of, as individuals, wherever we are in our different corners and spaces, what are we doing individually to make Nigeria better? I think that should be the conversation that we should be having on social media in terms of how can we use our individual spaces to support whoever comes into power and not necessarily, make this a battle of the fans or the voters. Well, we wish the articulates good luck, we wish the obedience good luck, and the bats good luck.
There you have it. Change starts with you. With the introduction of the Bimodal Voters Accreditation System, BVAS, the belief that votes don't count is becoming a myth in Nigeria, as evidenced in the recently concluded Osun State election. Your vote is your voice. Commit to make your voice count. Collect your PVC and vote your conscience. Say no to vote buying.